Apangilo wikilanga yave ukavovele. Apangilo wikilanga yave ukavovele. Angunza numona ngaina tinsamu yave. Angunza numona ngaina tinsamu yave. Ayaye kintinwe. Ayaye kintinwe. Kintinwe yaye. Kintinu kayenda bonga kintinwe yaye. Kitinu kayenda bonga kintinwe yaye. Ampanginu tomakeba tia tulueke. Angunza nu tomakeba. Ayaya la la ayaya. Ayaya kintinwe yaya. Ayaya kitinu kayenda bonga kintinwe yaye. Kitinu kayenda bonga kintinwe. Ayaya bana betwa. Ayaya bana betwa. Lukuta wijile telema. Lukuta wijile telema.
Jina wijile kwenda ngano widize tangweye. Jina wijile kwenda ngano widize tangweye. Makakankano mutuganya tingwe. Makakankano mutuganya tingwe. Aye, olha só mama. Aye, veja só mama.
Ayaya bana betwa. Ayaya bana betwa. Lukuta wijile telema. Lukuta wijile telema. Banganda ngabole ngaluleki kukwisa bakwisa. Banganda ngabole ngaluleki kukwisa bakwisa. Kukwisa bakwisa basatala chetu kwa uka. Kukwisa bakwisa.
Who had quite a bit yesterday. Today he has this. What is man? And you want to make sure that you stay as humble as you can in life, because from mansion to rockets. But I'm going to show you something that is uncanny. You cannot comprehend it. It makes no sense. So walk through here with me. So this burned, here burned, room soaked, television burned. And then when I look in here, oh my God, this white is still white, not wet. Considerato. Go placidly among the noise and haze, and remember what peace there may be in silence. What? We're not done. The Bible. Unburned. Okay, so you explain that to me. A room where there's nothing. Everything is burned. Only bottles, shards, remnants of what was here. This is paper. Unburned. Desiderato. Still white. Unburned. Okay, explain that. Explain it. So, if you can't explain that, and I guess you can't explain how Jesus make man walk on water, how Jesus tell a man to get up, walk and be healed. How is it that he healed it from diseases? How he raised up Lazarus from the dead? If you can't explain this, then I know you can't explain that. Word.
Salama, Binabitu, Salama. My name is Mikhael Massa. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing good. Now I have put the Kongo book into my computer. Then later I'm gonna make a PDF file from it. I'm gonna create a book that will be sold later on Amazon. I'm searching for a teacher, and then a good teacher that really knows Kongo 100%, and then we're gonna start learning Kongo on the good way. There are already some people teaching Kongo, by the way, but this book is very, very powerful, and I think it's good to learn from this book. And another thing, Tata Nzambe has told me very clear, long time ago, that it is better to have an Angolan passport than to have any other passport, which means that it is very, very important to have a passport for Africa, Congo, Africa. I think also if you have a passport in Ghana, Nigeria, etc., so that one day, if you know about the dry bones, one day you're gonna be there where the promised land is, where your fathers come from. You do not want to die in a strange land. We diasporian, we live in a strange land. So this is what he told me, very clear. He said it is better, he said very clear, it is better to live, to have a passport from Angola. The other thing that he said, he asked me, what has more value, the dollar or the kwanza? The kwanza is the money from Angola, right? And I answered the kwanza. I answered the dollar has more value. And he said that no, at the moment, the dollar is stronger because the power of the witches, so the sorcery is in it, and it has it is stronger. But later you're gonna see that also the dollar will become very weak and the dollar will have no value no more. By the way, Africa will have one currency. Some people used to say that they would put the face of Kimbangu or another prophet in those currency. And the Most High told me also about the economy of the world is going down, and many how can I explain, many things gonna become very cheap. In Africa, houses, cars, gonna become very, very cheap, because we're gonna have an economy crash worldwide, and it has already begun, which means that the world hunger, like it was in the time of Egypt, is have already started. And he's saying that the Most High told me that everywhere, even here in Europe, the cars, this big trucks and all those cars, they will have no job for it, so they're gonna sell those kinds of things very, very cheap, and in Africa the house is gonna become cheap, hotels gonna become very cheap, and this is also something that the Most High revealed me. It is like also everything in the world, all the sea is going to become dry in Europe, and continents will be no more, because the water level will go up. Australia, Southern Africa, and a lot of islands and the Caribbeans and stuff. Holland and different kinds of countries and continents have a lot of problems. They will have some more problems later. And these are also things that the Most High have revealed very well. You see, he told me about the next year, like 2021. He said very clear that things gonna change. He said that in the 2021, many people were gonna die, like die. No one will not even, the people will not even know why they die. It's like they just die, and I was shocked to hearing that, because the fallen angels of Satan, a lot of them will come from the exile here to earth for judgment. So different kinds of sicknesses will come to the earth, and people will die. No one will even know why they die. And then he told me very clear that he showed me very clear that about the north of Angola. Like I have told you before, the north of Angola gonna be very good, and Africa will feed the world. This is what he told me. He told me Africa will feed the world, and I will come to that soon. So, brothers and sisters, what I want to tell you is, that the Most High is good. He really. Oh. He really wants to bring us together. He really wants to bring us together, and we have to work hard, to understand prophecies. Now, he told me that many people will fight the prophets, but later people gonna understand who is a prophet and not, who is really sent from the Most High, because he's gonna lift up his prophets. You see, and if the Most High say those things, this is gonna happen also. And so I am really praying now for us diasporan to know if it is time to go back home, and I'm gonna give you the answer soon. Like I told you, we're gonna learn our songs. The song book is also ready, so we have a song book already, and also it will be sold on Amazon, but certain examples will be for free, yes, like always. And we're gonna learn about the songs, because it's very, very important to learn and sing, and because we are preparing to going home. Okay. This is what the Most High revealed me. He told me that we gonna understand our spirituality again, and he gonna give us even double cup back. Our traditions, we gonna know more about our traditions, spirituality, we're gonna respect the Most High, and we're gonna see the Most High face to face and talk to Him face to, it is like, everything is gonna become like it was before, and people gonna understand a lot of different kinds of things about agriculture, traditional medicine, healthcare, and and you see the Most High is talking about giving us our knowledge back. It's amazing. Knowledge, wisdom, and now we are starting to learn how we can purify water. This is very important, brothers and sisters, what I'm going to show you in the 3 next lessons. Purifying water. It's crazy. It's deep. The Most High is doing all this. The Most High is talking about giving us power. So everything that is happening now, it is good for Jacob, So it is also about time for everyone to receive his revelations. Everyone has to receive his revelation. Everyone has to know. Do you see them here? All of them are waiting for revelation. This year is a tabernacle, and these people that does not come every day. You're gonna see always different kinds of people, different kinds of faces. You see, and it is very, very important for us to learn different kinds of things. The Most High is letting me see that He's showing me very clear that we're gonna build up the walls in the promised land. We're gonna build our houses. He's telling me that in this moment here, in these years, every one of us needs different kinds of places. In different kinds of places, he needs houses, which means that it is not good only to have a house in France, Holland, in the Americas, Germany, etc., but also to have a house in Africa. And he's talking about because war, he's talking about war, and he says that you need to be prepared to have different kinds of passports, because if it burns here, you have to go to another place. If it burns there, you have to go to another place. This is what he have revealed me very clear. And if the Most High says something, it is like this. Like I have told you, there are different kinds of things and plants and stuff that we're gonna sell all through the whole world. Our people gonna heal different kinds of sicknesses that no one can heal. Many people will only touch someone and he will be healed. And if we sing, we're gonna move mountains. And yes, everything is going back to Jacob, and this is what the Most High revealed me. So be prepared. The Most High is talking through his prophets. Listen to the prophets and ask. Also, if it takes time, ask again, because it's very important to receive your prophecies, to know more about yourself and what will come to you. And I believe in that the future is already made, but I also something thinks that someone can change his future, you know. That's why Satan is always trying to deceive in our people. I believe in destiny, yes, but I know that there are certain things. I don't think that Dawidi used to end like this, or Solomon, or some others. So I think that Satan knows that certain things can be changed, and that's why I really want to tell you that everything is in our hands, everything, and we can we can change a lot of things, together. No one is gonna make it alone. No one. And every one of us has different kinds of skills, and it's about time to use your skills, your brain, and if you know the game chess, you're gonna know that everyone is important. Everything and everyone is important. I used to go to different kinds of places in this world, just to have more knowledge, just to learn more things about us, to do more, and the Most High really want us now to open our hearts. Only like this we gonna the Ruach gonna reveal us everything that we need for our ways. The other thing that the Most High revealed me is, for no one the ways are closed. Every way is open, and if some ways are closed, do the spiritual baptism, do the prayers for blockage, do the spiritual cleansing, and if you see that you have some blockage, then work on it, so that work on it. Do the sacrifice, with daft, good smell, and 3-day fasting. Put all the smell through your how calls in your room, yes, cleans your rooms, maybe there is something, especially in the toilet, and maybe it is someone that came to visit, or maybe it is your son or your man, or your woman, then you're gonna find out soon, very, very fast, what is giving you the blockage in your job, or I have many testimonies, many testimonies. I can go through some. Let me check. Let me check Gmail. First of all, let us see if I get always so many things coming on. Healing prophetic message. Beulah Land. Brooks funding. And do not forget our projects in the Promised Land. We really want some. We really need some help, and also we're gonna invite you now to subscribe into our fundings from Beulah. Everyone can help us for the Beulah charity. Is gonna help us so much, because this is something that is very, very good, and yeah, we always need help. Cleansing. Oh, here he is one.
CME, Prophet Mikhael Massa. I just want to say Montondo for all your help in how to do deliverance. When you gave me the ways of and the ingredients to put together to help deliver my son John, it was at an understanding that he would have to come on board and want to do this. I did speak to him about it, and he said he would call you because I gave him your number to connect with you. Unfortunately, he left my household in anger and frustration. So I'm praying that, the Most High will draw him and he will call you. But I just want to give testimony right now how it worked for me, because I thought, I want to keep my peace under this household and in myself, because sometimes I would get upset with him and lose my patience and become frustrated. So I decided to put all the ingredients together to do a cleansing. I started this on Monday of this week, which was the 15th of June, and it's now the 20th of June. So I began this cleansing on the 15th of June, and I felt a difference right away. I felt my peace returning, and I even noticed that with my son, the first day actually, he woke up upset, frustrated, and I just kept my peace, and he went to get a coffee from Tim Hortons, came back, and it was like, he was more calm, and I went about my day. And it progressed that way, even to the point where, even though my son was getting frustrated, I was still at peace. I spoke to him nicely and through love. I corrected him in his behavior up until it was Thursday morning. I went to work, and he was trying to text me and call me. Like, he had texted me 97 times. This is how he gets, because he suffers from anxiety. He was selling his trailer. He wanted to know where I put the ownership, and I forgot to tell him where it was. So I understood his frustration, but you know what? That peace and calm was there when I came home. I apologized. I told him where it was, and he went. Then he came home, and then during the day, I just said to him, "Are you going to do your laundry?" And he got up and he left.
Let me cut it short.
I texted him, "Hey, I thought you were going to do your laundry."
You have different kinds of testimonies, and yes, this is very, very good. This is very good. By the way, like I've told you, 400 years ago, the first ship carrying African slaves arrived in Jamestown, Virginia. It was a slave from the Congo, and this is very, very important. You have to know this is how it looks like in Angola, and all Africa, but this is Angola now, we are really we really want to invite you to give us your opinion, what you want to do, and to help you in different kinds of cases, to help you to your dream to come true, which means everyone has his different kinds of dreams and things that you want to do, and just contact, and we're gonna find a way to put you into the projects or to help you with your projects, and I'm really helping you with your projects. Yes, we're gonna pray, etc. So if you need help anytime, subscribe to my channel Biola. Here we are really started the channel. I'm gonna upload, I have so many movies. I'm gonna upload some more movies to show the people Biola. Today people gonna think this is a joke, etc. But the music in the start of this movie is talking about everything that is looks like a joke, everything that looks like it is just like, you know, a joke, you know, it's like you know, everything that sounds like it will not come true, this is exactly what will come true. It is the same like people always waiting for Isaiah to come, and they're gonna see Isaiah, they're gonna hear him, and they're gonna not they will not understand that it's him, like it always was. So brothers and sisters, everything is very, very complicated here. Follow our sisters, subscribe to our small channel. You know, we have already some people that used to talk to us. Talk to Sister Zuyala and Sister Ikeke. You know, knock. If you knock the door, it will be open for you. We have different kinds of works, and we want really to invite you. You know, to, you know, we want really to invite you to support the charity, the Biola charity, and to support our project. It would really be amazing for you and for us, because this is also a way one day to receive passports, to come out from the diaspora. You know, this is a way to do different kinds of stuff. And you know, I have different kinds of books that, because of the traditional medicine, I know that I'm using Brother Ezekiel, Sister Zuyala, Keke, and Sister Burrell. They gonna tell you different kinds of stuff that is inside those books, and that's why the Beulah channel, right? We're gonna talk about you know, different kinds of things, how to heal different kinds of sicknesses. But here you can also buy some books, you know. The thing is that the most of the traditional medicine books, they are already done, but here you can't find them. Let me check if I'm gonna find them on Amazon. Martin here. This is the book, you know. This is the book that I really make it very, very cheap. I put it very, very cheap. But also, if you go here, Mikhael Massa on Amazon, you're gonna find some books. See, yeah, you can buy those books. Yeah, it is to support in another way, but it is more important for to learn and to know all the things that we preached, because yeah, it's better to learn for yourself and to meditate about all these things by yourself. If you go to Black History and you click, you can go to Inside, then you yes, you will receive all the informations that you need, that is inside those books. Okay. Let me go to another one. Takes a lot of time, right? Paperback. You can buy also the book, not only ebook, and yes. So it's very important to have those books, you know, for our children, etc. Okay, so banterafricans.com. Here you're gonna find the books, and I'm gonna also put the traditional medicine books over here, and all the books that we have, like the Portuguese books, and etc. for the people that used to speak Portuguese. Now we're gonna go to the prophecies that I already explained to you very well. That you know, the most of the things that Simeon Toko said was long time ago. If he would be now here, he would say some more things and some new things. If you want some new informations, prophecies, you can go to my channel. I'm really working hard on it. Here are already some prophecies, but also if you go to, you know, click on Bantu Africans, because my home button, I don't know where it is. I have to work on it again. Like this post here, I have posted it. Then you're gonna find also the new posts or that will come in. It will include a lot of prophecies. Okay, all the new posts will include a lot of prophecies. Now, so subscribe if you want to subscribe to this website. Here, sign in, join. Click on it. You put here your name, username, etc., and you can sign in. Then you won't you know, you won't miss anything. And here I'm gonna post my prophecies because it's too much. But Simeon Toko Prophecies is like, you know, yeah, different kinds of the problems. And by the way, the book of Simeon Toko and his prophecies, I have found a way to upload it, and I'm gonna upload it soon, first in Portuguese completely, and then I will translate the complete book into English. So you're gonna find different kinds of prophecies, the whole book of the prophecies from Simeon Toko. This is just a part. Another book that we're gonna start, these are the things that I have never told you, is we're gonna we're gonna learn now about our true commandments. The true commandments, how to call on the spirit, how the spirit works in the human body, and how someone has to you know, to live if he receives spirit, if he receives dreams, if he have the gift of seeing things, you know, or you know, singing, etc. You know, how we can see, you know, how we can define bad spirits, how we used to treat our brothers, how we used to live in the church or in the Kintwadi, you know, different kinds. So there are more than, I don't know, thousands of ways, that should show us how we used to live and be, when a child must be baptized or cleansing and or circumcised, then the law, the fastings, how we used to pray, how we used to, you know, the deliverance, the complete deliverance that I'll show you the next days will be inside in this book, because everyone can deliver others. You have only to learn, you know? The disciples of Isaiah was the best example. I know that there are certain things maybe you can't heal, but some of us can. Some of you can, because it depends on the Maliki that you know, people like Raphael and stuff, that or the cherubins that heals. You know, depends on how strong you are. And of course, if you know, if people want to come to our messenger, also they can contact me. I can put some of you to our messenger. I am not so the one that used to talk too much, you know, because I already talk a lot with different kinds of people in the day, and do different kinds of callings and prayer and stuff for people. It's very, very, and I have different kinds of pages, English, French, and Portuguese, and it's not so easy. But if someone want to join us and our community, I have different kinds of categories that I put where I used to put the people, and everything's gonna be fine. Now, like I told you once, that Simeon Toko was someone that used to give us prophecies in his lifetime, and he used to be a Christian, because on that time the colonies were there, and he saw the Most High. By seeing the Most High, he saw him completely, a man. Then he asked, "Who are you?" A man in the light, etc. He asked him, "Are you Jesus?" And he said, "No, I am not Jesus. I am the Most High." And you see, so this is what happened to Simeon Toko, and all the stories of him, you're gonna see it in the books. All the stories, why he say North Angola will be the promised land. By the way, I did not learn it from Simeon Toko. All the things what Simeon Toko have said, for me it was like a testimony for that what the Most High have told me. We diasporian, we have everything what Simeon Toko has done, or Simeon Kimbangu. Maybe it will be not like this, that we're gonna do all these things that they done, maybe our children's, maybe, but we have seen more than them, because they are already dead, and we know more than them, because all the things that they have said and prophesied, this is what we are living now, and it's very, very powerful, and that's why prophecies are something. Even a prophet can say a lot of things about prophecies. This and this will happen, but it is a prophecy that you gave. You will not know. Sometimes you can't know when, and that's why it is just a prophecy. Then so many people used to ask me, "Mika, you are so spiritual, strong, but you are poor." Yeah, you're poor. You have nothing. You are very, very poor. I used to tell him yes, and people used to say, "What do you have from spirituality and stuff?" And so that's why I used to say that every one of us has his skills and have his ways that the Most High gave us. You have to hold on the ways. You have to work on it, and you can't be Mikhael. Mikhael can't be you. So work on that what the Most High gave you, and I tell you, every one of us has luck, and every one of us has different kinds of things that the Most High give to him as a present. You have a crown, you have a garden, you have a house that is waiting for you, and like it is here. You see, here is the midst in the tabernacle, and around it the children of Israel. You see. So you have a house, you have a tent, you have workers, you have gold. Everything is here. Don't let someone take it from you, And I don't say that the prophets, because people used to say the prophets are, if someone called himself prophet, then he must be the king, he must be the seer, he must be, no, and one prophet never comes alone, and all the time you used to see in the Bible, prophets, if one is there, then you have some other prophets. David, he was a prophet and the king. Samuel and all of them, they came to him and started to tell him that he's not doing his work good, So we have different kinds of prophets coming in one time, different kinds, Baruch and stuff, many books that they took out. Who wrote those books? Baruch was a writer, right? So the thing is very, very simple. Everyone has to do his job, and the Most High will give you according to that what he said, what destiny, or what people used to call the way of life. He will give it to you, what the points that you have made. This is what he's gonna pay you, And let's go to the prophecies of Simeon Toko. that is a vision from Mikhael Massa. And yeah, let's start to read a little bit and to get a better understanding. The end of the world. A generation goes, a generation comes. But the earth remains forever. This is what we have read last time. Ecclesiasticus 1 and 4. The end of the world does not mean that the earth will completely cease to exist together with the life that exists on it. Instead, it means the expulsion of Satan and all of his angels. This is 2 Peter 3 and 7 and 2 4-9, Jude 1 6 to 7. Servants who remain loyal to Tata Nzambe will be judged on the day of judgment and will be worthy of eternal life. But the servants who rebel against Yah and enlist as soldiers in Satan's army will be destroyed in the second death with their Satan chief. This is what the most people have to understand. The second death means also the death of the chariot, like I used to call it. But I used to tell the people in the first time, don't enter the chariots. This explains the book of Revelation 27-10 and verse 15. Satan will be cast out of the world together with his angels and all the living people who are committed to these practices. But the world will continue to exist. Ecclesiasticus 1:4, Psalms 104:5, 91 and 10. The earth will continue to exist because it was created to be inhabited by man. Hallelujah. Kembo na Tata Nzambe ya Mazulu kimfumu kwa kuyisa. Isaiah 45:18. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved into fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Now, he's talking about the false prophets. But false prophets also arose among the people, just as there will also be false teachers among you, who will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the master who bought them, bringing swift destruction upon themselves. Many will follow their sensuality, and because of them, the way of the truth will be malignant. And in their greed, they will exploit you with false word. The judgment from long ago is not idle, and their destruction is not asleep. For Yah did not spare angels when they sinned, but cast them into hell and committed them to pits of darkness. So the thing here is, I told you I'm very well connected with this old man. I used to call him old man because he's an ancestor for me. If I talk to the ancestors, I talk to this man. He's like someone that I really used to talk to. You can understand like you want. No problem. I have no problem if people unsubscribe. The thing is, very, very clear, like I have told you. There is a first death and a second death. People used to come more times to the earth, and some people used to come the first time to the earth. The judgment is from the Most High. But what you have to know is all humans are spirits. Okay? And that's why if someone comes and say there is no exile or judgment in fire and hell, this man is a deceiver. He does not understand. You can go and do your researches. My mother was on heaven, and the day she gave birth to my sister, she died. She saw heaven, and some people they see hell. They will explain to you even to the seventh gate of hell, And I, Mikhael Massa, I am not someone who is a healer. The gift of miracles is given to me. And this gift is very, very special and strange because no one likes me because of that. Which does not mean that I'm not a good man. I am very nice. I love everyone and I'm very cool. I love to laugh and I do a lot of jokes. But if I'm angry, you won't understand. If I'm preaching, you won't know who I am. If I am walking, then you're gonna see, okay, something is different. Yes. And this is what makes someone to see that not all humans are the same. But as I am, I can also see different kinds of people, how they are, you know. But even if some of the, you know, my eyes are open, like the third eye, like we used to call it, which does not mean that I can see demons and la la la. No, but I can tell you, there are some people that used to see those things. And this is not normal if some people see those things, because it is from Yah not allowed. But we have occult people that used to do occultism, false kinds of rituals and stuff. Their eyes are open, and the first thing what they see is the sons of God, and they attack us, try to deceive us. They try to take our women's to you know, there are certain peoples from us. Everything what they do in their life is carrying demons, what are humans, with them to bring them one day to repent. We have different kinds of works that the Most High gave us in this world, and you won't understand why. Some people used to come to mingle with Jacob so that they can save their families, and especially in these times, many of these Gentiles gonna mingle. We're gonna try to find their ways with Jacob, like, Jacob, you are the only salvation. Jacob, you are our God. Jacob, this and this. Now you should see my face, I tell you. And many different kinds of things, you know, from Puerto Rico, from everywhere, from China, people will mingle Jacob. This is Isaiah 14. Really, believe it or not, read Isaiah 14, you're gonna find it there. Okay, Isaiah 14. Yeah, the Gentiles will search for salvation, and Jacob is the salvation, is the everlasting life. So then you're gonna see, through this man or Jacob, this big family, the 144 families, you're gonna find if the 144,000 families, you're gonna find you know, how can I explain, people coming to us, and yes, and these people that will come to us, they can save their families. It is like because of us, other people will be saved, you see. And brothers and sisters, this is how the things works. And if he talks about bad prophets over here, it's because Egyptian signs, people, the faith for many people will fall. You know, Satan used to give fast. This is what the most people does not know. The Most High is, I will make a video if the Most High is all powerful. The Most High is all powerful, but you know, Satan has a contract, and he's giving fast. If you want something, you can receive it today, but not from the Most High. The Most High will purify you. You want to know if you really is, if you really do His work, if you really, you know, different kinds of stuff. He knows you. So He will not give you something that will be over your power, you know. But He knows you. He will test you. He will purify. He will know. He will test you. You know, if you really can do. If that what He's. It's like Hiob. That's what happened to Hiob. That's what happened to Jonah. You know. But the false teachers, they're gonna tell you, come. The Most High will give you a man. Come. The Most High will give you a woman. Come. The Most High will give you money, cars, houses. You're gonna travel to Europe, and different kinds of we're gonna see Jesus in the streets, a false Jesus. We're gonna see a false Jerusalem temple built. This is what we're gonna see. You see, and false preachings everywhere, not only in the Western countries, but especially in Africa. So judgment and did not spur the ancient world, but preserved Noah, a preacher of righteousness, with 7 others, when he brought a flood upon the world of the ungodly. And if he commanded the commandment the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah to destruction by reducing them to ashes, having made them example to those who will live ungodly, lives thereafter. And if he rescued righteous Lot, oppressed by the sensual conduct of unprincipled man, for by what he saw and heard the righteous man, while living among them, felt his righteous soul tormented day after day by their lawless deeds, then Tata Nzambe knows how to rescue the godly from temptation and to keep the unrighteous under punishment for the day of judgment. So, and then he's talking about, and the angel which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation. This is what I have told you. There are some of them, they are in the, in the, how do I call it? They are in the, let me check, between the worlds. They are between the worlds, because this world has some many secrets, He had reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are the set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. And this is something that is one of the biggest secrets what people does not understand. Now we are going to the next. We are going now to the new world. Okay, what new world? Carefully read Preacher's book, Ecclesiasticus 1 and 4. So again, our world will not end, but it will be recreated or renewed, and Yah and Yesiah will always be with us forever. But who is going to believe these things? So, what, is Simeon Toko a liar? This also I have clarified on my video part 1 of this. Check this, and yes, I have explained it very well, I think. But let's go to the next steps. So here I'm gonna tell you some words. The Most High is saying very clear, this world here, if we're talking about heaven and stuff, we have to ask ourselves where the heaven is. If is it down? Is it in the water? Is it in heaven? Is it where is the heaven? So the Most High is clarifying us that the sky is the limit. He's telling us very clear that no people will fly to the Mars and live in over there or in the moon. No, he's making all the things new over here in this earth. Yes, I give you already the prophecies about many things gonna be destroyed and many people gonna die. Yes, but he's talking about the Most High is saying that his coming will be like a thief, but many people gonna see him, and this coming will be like the people will live. There are some people will survive and live. It's not like that everyone gonna die, or that he gonna send us a new world where we gonna live, etc. No, this is not the truth. Now he's talking about, if you wish to listen to me, then listen, and if you do not wish to listen to me and to the elders and the consolers, that is on you. Many nations will enter New Jerusalem, but do not forget my nieces, that the first kingdom that will be established in the land, that is the first domain, will come because of the daughters. Then he say Micah 4, 6 and 8. That is why I fight to see you understand me. Those who wish to understand, understand. Then men of this world do not know the thoughts of Tata Nzambe. If only they knew. Now he's coming like, he's talking, this happens here. 1973, he is prophesying those things. In the day, declares Tata Nzambe, I will assemble the lame and gather those who have been driven away, and those whom I have afflicted, and the lame I will make the remnant, and those who were cast off a strong nation, and the Tata Nzambe will reign over them in Mount Zion, from this time forth and foremore. And you, O tower of the flock, hill of daughter of Zion, to you shall it come that former dominion shall come, kingship for the daughter of Jerusalem. Hallelujah. Then he's talking about the future life. Everything is written. Whatever the coast, whatever the world wants to say against the Benabeto. But this is the truth. Yah will take you from this land to another land, and you will pass over the Jordan. He's talking about the Benabeto traveled to another world. In this world, they are studying everyday life. Now, look at this. Supernatural life or the future life. Now, he's talking about the churches. Are teaching that when a person dies, they go to heaven or hell. That is what I will explain to you, if Yah wills. But take good care of the children and leave the harm to the children who are preparing. Why children? Psalms 110. Psalms 110. We need the keepers, the guardians, the watchmen, different kinds of skills. And that's why we started in the Beulah to the first project is to build the school, because we know. Do not interrupt your journey to the land of delights. I want these children to enjoy eternity. Therefore, the things of the devil, I do not wish this to dwell among them. Yah wants to elevate all Angola to meet Isaiah on the skis. But believe me, we will not live with Isaiah on the skis. The Bible doesn't explain it that way. We will meet and greet him and then enjoy the 1,000 years with him in the world. True, Benabetu, because he used to say Christians, discern the spirit, as the spirit in the Kimbanguist worked hard for liberation. So these are the spiritual churches. One was from the Kimbanguists, and the other one of the Toquists, like they used to call the churches. And the other one, and the Toquists who lived with me in the Congo knows as well as those in Brazzaville, the 3 Congos. So he's talking about the 3 Congo, Congo Diankati, Congo Diantotela, and Congo the other one, I forgot the name. So, who also worked hard for this liberation there. So, said and done. What the Spirit was telling me was what happened on the land. The thing what we're reading here is about the sub-Saharan African. Yeah, this is about the sub-Saharan African, the avatars and the things that's going to happen for us. If the other people, I don't think the Egyptians have the same testimonies, I don't think that even all African has the same testimonies. I don't think that the Tata Nzambe has said the same things like he has said to Kimbangu or Paddy or Mama Kimpavita or to me or Brother Jonathan. A lot of us, have received certain promises from the Most High. And I always used to say, I am the bloodline of kings, I have even my name is very very and I just want to tell you that I know that many diasporian comes from this base here, from this particular area, and everyone has his promises. If the white man say yes, I am rich now, and no, what will happen tomorrow? If the Egyptians, if we ask them, yeah, we have Tutankhamun, we have Amun Ra, etc. So go to Amun Ra. If every nation, if the Chinese say we have Buddha, then stay with Buddha. But this is ours. This here is ours, and no one will take it from us. So every one of us will know which way he will choose. The hand's palm has turned, that is the hand's palm in the black and white. But for Angola, the spirit of Yah had never told me to expel the whites, but instead, go to your land to take the ball, and you will teach most of Angola, black and mestizo whites. If they believe, they will go with you to the skis to meet and greet your king, who is Isaiah, who will be king of the earth. Now, and your feet will be on the Mount of Olives, where he bade farewell to his disciples, etc. But firstly, there will be suffering. Always pray to Yah. He used to call him Jehovah because of the Jehovah Witness. All the stories, you're gonna know it later. Even if the Portuguese authorities do not wish you to come into your houses and say the prayer of our Father in heaven, I will never forsake you if you persevere until I came. The Portuguese, the government of Angola used to kill the Toquists. They killed many of the Toquists. They used to, rape, killing, and everything what is written in the Maccabees happens to the people in Angola. They used to call us Bakongo, and the prayer wasn't allowed. So that is what the spirit told us, but the spirit that operates within the Kimbangis made everything confusing. So they had some confusion here. But okay, let me find some better things. We're gonna pass all this. Then we're gonna go to Tata Nzambe and Pungu salvation. A lot of people have a way of living that goes by. I can do whatever I want because I will be saved by grace. Alright, but let us not forget that if Yah saved everyone by grace, there will be no lake of fire for the wicked. I tell you again that if your name and your figure are not found in heaven, you will not enter 1,000-year kingdom, neither shall thou enter into reign of eternity in Jerusalem, only where there will be weddings and joys on the well-spoken streets of Salem will come those who will reign in the 1,000 years reign. It is Yah, the one who knows the ways to save his servants. He will choose one by one in all religions and sects that speak in his name. The voice of Yah is asking you, boys and girls. The salvation of the boys is in your hands. For my nieces, it is you who seek to tempt the young man instead of defending your virginity. Those who went to heaven were the prophets Elijah and Enoch. These two did not die. They were sent alive to heaven. The remaining prophets all died by faith and were not promised to go to heaven because the way of heaven was not yet open. It was Isaiah who opened the way of heaven. The prophets have all died, but they are waiting for another land where they will be governors. Yah and Isaiah wish that in the New Jerusalem may enter all white mixed race and black Christians who believed in Isaiah. All will be like the sand of the sea. So okay, some people this can cause a lot of discussions, but he's not totally he's, by the way, we have to know about the times, and Simeon Toko never said everything. He never said everything. I have the most books of him are in Kongo, by the way. Okay, that's why you're using the name God here. I think he wanted to explain people really. He normally used the name Nzambe, or they have Yame and stuff in Kongo. You're gonna see that. But this is very, very special if you use gods and but in the other way, he even in the time of all this racism, he always said that some of the white gonna be saved. The children of Israel, if he said that, we can also see in Isaiah 14 that a lot of Gentiles gonna be put into the children of Israel. We can go to Romans 11. So, and all of them will be Israel. Okay, so he is right over here, in my opinion. But I know that many people will fight me because of that. And yeah, let's continue. All will have they had a king. The children of the white and the children of the black will be a single head or king, so that there is no more separation of races, and that they will be great. So he's giving us Hosea 1:10-11. Then he's saying the number of those who will be saved and live with Yah and Isaiah is, wait a minute, 1,004,000,000,000 people saved. So he's saying Isaiah's return is taking too long because this number is not yet complete. And religion or sects alone will not save anyone. The Pharisees, scribes, and Sadducees were all religious. What did they do? They hung Isaiah on the wood. There are many religious or cult members who have their hearts divided between Isaiah and the images or idols. They really more on religious formalism than on Christ himself. And behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth shook, and the rock were split, the tombs were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were arised. So, and coming out of the tombs after his resurrection, they entered the holy city and appeared to many. Now, this path was only opened again on the 25th of July 1949 for those who won in faith, because this is the day that the Tokoist church, the Simeon Toko church, believed that the Ruach came to them, See the planetary remark among the Tokoists by Simeon Toko. See also life of work of Isaiah. These all died in faith, not having received the things promised, but having seen them and greeted them from afar, and having acknowledged that they were strangers and exiles on the earth. For people who speak thus make it clear, this is the scriptures, okay, this is the Bible, that they are seeking a homeland. If they had been thinking of that land from which they had gone out, they would have had opportunity to return. But as it is, they desire a better country, that is a heavenly one. Therefore, Yah is not ashamed to be called their power, for he has prepared for them a city. and the products will come from the ships that will transit the Lereka, Lufundi, Bamba, and Ambris rivers. Things that will come from Europe passing through Noko will go to San Salvador. These rivers will be widened. So this is the mission. All this is North Angola, right? And Congo and the Congo Brazzaville. And he's talking also about all the areas like Tanzania and Rwanda will go to war, and after that Rwanda will be ours again, and Rwanda will have a lot of problems. But I will have to make a movie about the judgment of Africa. Then you're gonna understand it a little bit better, what really will go on in Africa. But by the way, do not be scared. Scary is for the people that want they're already death. We live. Our Yah is a living God, and if someone believes in dead gods like the Egyptians do, you have already lost. So on the sites of Bangu, aircraft factories will be built. There will be many aircraft manufactured. That's why I told you about to come to support us in Angola, in the Biola land and all these things, because it is prophesied. I saw it. Simeon Toko, Kimbangu, all of them saw the the work in Angola. They saw the promised land over there. Normally I used to say also Southern Africa, but I know that what will happen there, and a big part of it, and will be no more. And I also know that in the city of Luanda will be over flooded and stuff. But later, a lot of people, let us see. I have to make a special movie about it. If you guys want, write it down into the comments what you really want me to do, and I'm gonna make it for you. And I saw the holy city New Jerusalem coming down out of heaven from Yah, prepared as a bridge adorned from her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, Behold, the dwelling place of Yah is with man. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people, and Yah himself will be with them. And then he's talking about where Isaiah will establish his tabernacle. I do not know how will be the elders and consolers when the Son of Man appears. Some will be priests, or rulers, others pastors. All this will come out among you, but there will be people who will be a part of the gospel and will be rulers. You will be very important people. In Angola, there will be no more president of the republic, because Isaiah will be the emperor. That is to say, more than a king. And you will be neither presidents nor governors nor commissionaries. These are titles for children. You will be kings, princes, dukes, marquises, counts, viscounts, and barons. Therefore, fear nothing, because Yah and Isaiah are with you. This is Luke 17:20-30, Hebrews 5 and 9. See, even the Son of Yah has been made perfect. He is a man. Philippians 2 and 8. This is very powerful. He is a man. He's kicking people in the... Wow. Luanda will not be the capital of Angola. You see? When Isaiah manifests himself, because it made Yah upset. I told you I have a pact with the water. I was there. The water was telling me, here I gonna finish everything off. I was like, really? Then he came to my mother. All of us was like, oh, because this waters has killed many people. These are the waters that took our brothers into slavery. And still today, this blood, he have to clean everything up, the whole world. He have the whole world in his hands. 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 Now, Luanda does not want the word of Yah. It was almost destroyed, like what happened to Babylon. I told you, this is the capital of of Angola, and it will continue to exist in here, people from many tribes, but I don't know how many people will save in Katete. This is southern Angola. Luanda will be the third city in the kingdom of Yesaya. I just remember to tell you these few words, that the new Jerusalem will be in your land. Or do you not wish for this? If you do not, it will be given to another African country. In the new world, you will have neither presidents nor vice-presidents. There will only be a king, emperor, duke, earl, viscounts, and baron. These are the titles of government of Yesaya. Brothers and sisters, I am not against people saying now here, oh, Mikhael, why are you, everyone want that, Arsenal to win, or Arsenal team want Arsenal to win. Then you have Spanish teams want Spanish people to win. Brazilian people want Brazilian people to win. Tribe against tribes, and this starts even in the families. You're gonna see children against parents, But brothers and sisters, we are prophets, and a prophet is not more than a messenger, And I can tell you a secret about the heaven. Even the angels are begging and singing, etc., to the Most High, and also they knows only in part. We are all servants. The Most High wanted us normally to become the servants of Him, to represent Him here in heaven, and we become rebellious. This is something that we cannot forget, and rebellion will always be, But the Most High, He do not want to separate. He want to bring us together. So if someone comes and started telling me, you are saying that Angola is the promised land because you want us, to come to Angola, or etc. This man is a deceiver. You see, because it is not only me saying this. You can pray. The Most High gonna show you all the things. We have one comforter, and He speaks. He speaks. Now, the axe is already laid at the root of the trees. Therefore, every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. As for me, I baptize you with water for repentance. This is now the scriptures, okay? Just to give you some more about the things that I could not say, because we have different kinds of people, but everyone has a chance. We can become one. This is what the most people won't understand. You can take everything out of the Bible, but take the love, put the love that is in the scriptures, so that we can become one people. Different kinds of dawn, spirits, gifts, different kinds of people, nations. Different kinds, we hate even each other in Africa. Every tribe hates the other tribe. It's not only about the white people that they hate each other. The whole world hates each other. It starts in the families. Your own blood is hating you. So, please, for someone that sees a lot of things and hears a lot of testimonies, we have to be humble first. Now listen, he's saying the axe is already laid at the root of the trees. Therefore, every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. As for me, I baptize you with water for repentance. But He who is coming after me is mightier than I, and I am not fit to remove His sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit. And this is what we do today. Now, having been consumed by the Pharisees as to when the kingdom of Yah was coming, he answered them and said, the kingdom of Yah is not coming with signs to be observed, nor will they say, look, here it is. You see, because they are building the temple in the fake Jerusalem, and they think, oh, now the kingdom of Yah is coming. Oh, signs here and there. No, now listen carefully. This is what you have to know. There it is. For behold, the kingdom of Yah is in your midst. And he said to this disciple that the day will come when you will long to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and you will not see it. They will say to you, look there, look here. Do not go away and do not run after them. You see, for just like the lightning, when it flashes out of one part of the sky, shines to the other part of the sky, so will the Son of Man be in his days. So he will be everywhere. So this guy is going to show you some spaceships. They're going to tell you a lot of different kinds of things. Let's go to the Middle East. Let's do this. Don't believe. Don't do this. The kingdom of Yah, this Messiah is spirit. Spirit. But first, he must suffer many things and be rejected by this generation. So this is what my mother used to say always. Our forefathers, they sent us to Europe. You know, they said that we're going to stay in Europe, but we're going to go back. And our children will become kings. But we're going to see the glory of the Tata Nzambe. We're going to see the beginning of the changes. We're going to see, hallelujah, the power of the Maleki. We're going to see the first buildings. We're going to see the change. You see? But our children will continue in us. And just as it happened in the days of Noah, so will it be also in the days of the Son of Man. So waters, the continent's gonna crash. They will be eating, they were drinking, they were marrying, they were being given in marriage until the day Noah entered the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. So it was the same happening in the days of Lot. They were eating, they were drinking, they were buying, they were selling, they were planting, they were building. But on the day that Lot went out from Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. It will be just the same on the day of the Son of Man. And having been perfected, he became the author of eternal salvation of all, and being found in human form. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Now, again, let's just go back to the land. But the count of the viscounts shall be with you in your lands, and in every tribe there shall be an earl. So you're gonna have the most are gonna divide you in tribes, you know, in tribes. Never forget. And it is convenient to keep in faith. Go to 2 Corinthians 13, 3-7. In time of suffering, you will continue to keep the commandments and seek them. So much that the government and the Nganga, so this is Nganga Neto, he's talking about the Asian president of Angola that dies. He was killing a lot of our people in Angola, etc. Now, he's talking about many have a habit of passing on the others their preferences as if were the church law. Okay, he's talking about Manucleaves. Now, let me go to the next steps, because Simeon Toko has also things that talked a lot of things about what happens in his life, or things that how they oppressed them. So then he's talking about the transportation in the reign of Yah. He said, the whites can no longer teach us the word of Yah. The Holy Spirit is with us. They haven't preached yet because we don't have cars yet. These that you see are not cars. What means that? He's trying to tell us that if the Holy Spirit is there, they can't lie to us no more. And we're going to see how they really create different kinds of things like computers, mobile phones, this science that they used to call science is demonic. There is a lot of demonic things in medicine, in television, in music, frequencies, and different kinds of things that they used to do. If you are a seer, you're gonna understand the science, the symbolics, that there's power behind the images and statues that they put. They have different kinds of rituals that they do before they go to sell certain things, do businesses, and this is what the Mundelis do, the Bango. And if the Spirit is with us, we're gonna see all these things even clear. And the other secret is that we came to these countries over here where we are today, so that we know what they really do or not. We came here we are in the house of Pharaoh. The Massa knew everything about science. He knew, he learned a lot of different kinds of things. But the time that war came to him, he became rebellious against the Pharaoh. He killed them, and run away because the Most High was with him. The Ruach have started to teach him, to make him he becomes a seer. He started to walk in righteousness. He was chosen from the Most High. He became a Tata Nzambe, a Kongo. Kongo! The belt. Okay? The center. Now, what happens? Did he now become a king? Did he now become, after killing someone and stuff, did he become rich or something? No. Then, like Isaiah was in the desert, like Jonah had his time to suffer, like Mikhael Massa is suffering, also Massa suffered before the Most High gave him his first jobs, and before he saw him, and before he get his mission, and his people that used to follow him, and they had a tabernacle in that time too. So Isaiah will bring all wealth in a few years. Isaiah will bring all wealth in a few years. Isaiah will bring all wealth in a few years. There will only be cars for services and not for traveling. Because from Luanda to Lunda, you shall simply say, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good. No, there's something else that we will say, but I know what he means. And you will already be there. This is how our father traveled in the Banzan Kongo. This is not, or even that is 400 years ago. I know what I say because I know who I am. I am even sometimes, I know things with my age that no one can know because I see the visions. I know who I am. Okay? So, traveling, different kinds of treasures, stones, alchemy, Airplanes will be for family travels only. Also, when Isaiah comes, he will bring planes, but very different planes, never seen before. From Luanda to the Soviet Union, what means Russia, you will travel all this distance in 15 minutes. Be preserved in faith. Then he's talking about his justice. Yes, justice. The missionaries have been with you for 500 years. Don't forget this 500, okay? We are now in the 400-year project. Kembo, na Tata Nzambe, Yamazulu. Even that guy that dies, he knew about the 100 years that will come for us now. But you had neither Yah nor a priest, but now you have your priest. Hallelujah! Your salvation is near. Do not be afraid. The service you are doing is not a joke. Leviticus 26:6. The sword that will kill you, was it you who brought it? When Peter cut off a person's ear to defend Isaiah, he simply pick up his ear, because if Isaiah wanted to fight, he would send the angels from the heaven. Isaiah will bless your land. Whatever you need to eat, you will find even in your own land. You will not leave for abroad. Then he's talking about the African left here to Kinshasa, and the white came from Egypt. This is something that you have to know. Yeah. So Kinshasa, ki. Everything what have this ki is power. The village of my mother's name is Kingundu. Kimpeve, Kindoki, ki. Go to the Chinese and you're gonna understand what ki or Japan and etc. You will know what ki really means. So he's talking about Kinshasa, where many people used to see a lot of miracles as well. So in your land there should be labor, money and joy. The cars will come down and the whites will no longer come to teach us. Everything we will produce right here. The whites who were here only knew how to create barriers. The Belgian, the Portuguese, and NATO, the presidents that was there, created many barriers for us. But they also achieved nothing profitable with this. So, in the place of the Portuguese in Ganganeto was replies, you are silent, but your God will be defend you. Hallelujah. They should work in your land, especially you who land has gold. Ecclesiasticus 2:26. So there he's talking about different nations gonna work for us. Everything that is there belongs to you. Seek for justice first. You see, that's why I do agriculture first and do not search for other things that I already have. Money I do. I do not have money, but I'm blessed with different kinds of things, and I know I can give you scriptures to find gold. I can open barriers for people, but who knows what most I really want with this body. The first will be the last. The last will be the first. Do you still intend to seek another Yah? So the first will be the last. This means, white gonna be black and black's gonna be white. And also people like me with a big gift gonna be replaced one day, and other people gonna come. It's always like this. We have to let our other people work, if the Most High choose them for something bigger. Even people like Isaiah, or people like Elijah and others, many others, had people that come after them, you see. Even Isaiah said, the people that will come after me, they will do more than me. And I know my prophecies very well, brothers and sisters. I already have done something a lot, and I will do even more. So, and I know even the prophecies about my son. So, brothers and sisters, yes, the first will be the last will be the first. Even if many leaders and kings and presidents hate this and they are fighting against this, what the Most High has put there. Every one of us is the same. Why should I give you more? Yeah, only because I have put you in to be a leader. Also, the one that is behind you, or the one that used to do the work that is not so important, can become someone that is big. It's everything in the hands from the Most High. I know that many people used to fight this, not to understand this, hate this. That's why I really, even in this Bantu community, people used to know who Mikhael Massa is, but everyone does his things. And the Most High have to lift up, and everyone will be humbled one day. The others are preaching and you are silent in the kingdom of Christ. People will not be changed. What will change will be only the works and the habits. That's why the powerful books that are gonna soon reveal to us here, these books are gonna change the world. And yeah, the others are preaching and you are silent. This is how the Maleki in heaven, Tata Nzambe say, Makaya, say something. Then he's gonna say his opinion. Then you're gonna see Gabriel, say the things that you have to say. Then he's gonna say his things. This is how the things works in the kingdom of Yah. I will grant peace in the land, and you will lie down, and no one will make you afraid. I will remove wild beasts from the land, and the sword will not pass through your country. This is the scriptures. So there's many other prophecies that we will come to this. In the third part, we're going to talk about some more prophecies. Thank you very much for listening. Subscribe to our channel if you're not hasn't subscribed yet. Love you all, and let's work together. Kembo na Tata Nzambe ya Mazulu kimfumo kwa kuisa.
Ampangilo wekilanga yave ukavovele. Ampangilo wekilanga yave ukavovele. Angunza numona ngaina tinsamu yave. Angunza numona ngaina tinsamu yave. Ayaye kintinwe. Ayaye kintinwe. Kintinwe yaye. Kintinu kayenda bonga kintinwe yaye. Kitinu kayenda bonga kintinwe yaye. Ampanginu tomakeba tia tulueke. Angunzanu tomakeba. Ayaya la la ayaya. Ayaya kintinwe yaya. Ayaya. Kitinu kayenda bonga kintinwe yaye. Kitinu kayenda